Hey there! Today's video is experimental format. If you came for juicy Slavic history, there is a backstage of illustration creation process instead of the slideshow. If you came here for the workflow, you will learn something new from Russian history. It's a great story, I guarantee. Or you can mute the sound. Anyway, today we talk about Saint Olga. She is an actual historical figure and live long, eventful life that deserves a TV show. But for now, she has only a YouTube video. Let the show begin. According to the primary chronicle, Olga was from Pskov. Some sources say that she is a commoner, but others state that she is from high-profile family. However, this boring resume stuff isn't what we know her for. Things got spicy when she married Knyaz. Knyaz is Russian aristocrat title, Knyaz Oleg, at extremely questionable age. I would like to highlight that it was extremely questionable age. Well, she became Knyazhna Olga after that. They had a son shortly after, Svyatoslav. One day, Knyaz Oleg casually went to collect taxes from a tribe called Drevlyane, where he was brutally murdered. Svyatoslav was too young at this time to rule. He was only 3 years old when his father passed away. So Olga became the regent on his behalf. While Olga was coping with her husband's death, Drevlyane came with interesting offer. They suggested her to marry their knyaz. Like, we just murdered your husband, but let's move forward. The past is the past. Let it go. Marry one of us. Olga wasn't pleased with this offer at all, and this is what she did after. Drevlyane sent their officials to start marriage negotiations. They came by water and the boat was carried to the Olga's courtyard, where there was a pit that was prepared especially for them. Olga watched how they were buried alive. Don't make such a face, she's sane, she can afford it. After the first troop was destined to become a compost, Olga sent a letter back to the Drevlyans like nothing happened. She said that officials didn't came and kindly asked to send someone else. Guess what? They bought it. When the second troop of officials came to Olga's palace, she offered them to refresh themselves after the long road in Banya, Slavic name for sauna, where she burned them alive. They became fresh to death. In this case, literally. Later, Drevlyane started to get suspicious about 2 groups of officials went missing. But this time, Olga showed up in their place herself with a small army, wiping away all worries. Olga came to perform pagan ritual called Trizna on her husband's grave. Trizna is a feast with dance and martial art performance in honor of the deceased. Olga made sure that she will provide enough supplies to get Drevlyans who were near her completely intoxicated. Then, her warriors chopped them. Do you think Drevlyan's troubles end at this point? Nope. After the first stage of the revenge, Olga made sure that she taxed Drevlyans well and went back to Kyiv. Then, she tried to conquer Drevlyan's capital Iskorosteny. After unsuccessful attempts to get inside of the city during the summer, she said to city officials that she will leave. But each household in the city must send her 1 pigeon as a tribute. At the nightfall, Olga ordered her army to tie a burning stick to each pigeon and to set all of them free. Pigeons flied back to their homes. Olga watched how Drevlyan's capital burned in minutes. After that, no one questioned her. It was 10th century and Russian women solved their problems the way they could. Yes, burning a city was a reasonable solution back then. Olga was the official ruler of Rus up until her son's legal age, and non-official ruler after that. She was a remarkable leader of the community, and people would always seek for her help and advice. Olga changed Rus' infrastructure and centralized tax system because of her revenge experience. She ordered houses to be stone-built, so they don't burn as fast as wood houses. What to say? We live, we learn. But how exactly did Olga become Russian Orthodox Saint? She is a pagan Slavic woman like the rest of the Rus at this period. That is another interesting story to tell. The thing is that Byzantine Emperor Constantine VII was hitting on Olga. She agreed to marry him, but only if he baptizes her to be an Orthodox. He agreed, and the ceremony was epic. Olga baptized with name Yelena, and after that, the marriage wasn't possible. I mean, what an inconvenience! You can't marry me now because you're my spiritual father. How else Olga would get rid of middle-aged perverted guy lasting after her? It was 10th century, and Russian women dealt with harassment the way they could. Olga didn't marry for the second time. She remained a widow until the rest of her life. During her rule, Olga built Orthodox temples, started to practice her new spiritual journey, and passed it to her grandkids, whom she basically raised. The rest of Rus found her faith choice weird, but totally tolerated her decision. A few generations later, she was considered saint because she was the first high-profile Russian who became Russian Orthodox on their own. Her feast day is 11th of July. Of course, Byzantine historical sources deny this situation. Which harassment? Constantine VII didn't baptize her. What are you talking about? Don't drag us into this. She became Orthodox for another reason. It is history. Truth is somewhere in the middle. What do you think? Which historical source is more accurate about the situation? This is the end of the episode. Time to evaluate what you watched and to join my Slavic cultural hub. Also, I will appreciate if you support this illustration on ArtStation. See you at the next episode.